like, I hate this small town. I'm never coming back. Went to Corvallis, did beauty school over there, and here I am back in LeGrand, and I love it.
No one cares.
No one cares about the middle child. The public.
The people.
The people.
Don't you just love the people?
Don't you just love the people?
Yeah, I love the people.
Something comes up and eats me, and that's it.
You're done.
I'm rage quitting.
You're out.
Yep, I'm done.
So I'm kind of a weenie. Actually, now that I'm talking more about this,
I don't know, man. I just blow up blow dryers like no one's business.
Minecraft.
Dude,
Super interesting.
Minecraft and Sims. The worst part about Sims is I don't even play it. I just go and build houses.
And you don't even play the story.
I don't even
just
play the
build.
story. No, I just go build houses.
That's so funny. I know you're not supposed to do this. You're never supposed to ask a lady her age, but I'll lead with mine. I'm 36.
I'm 26.
Oh, okay. So 10-year gap.
Yeah.
So are you a millennial or are you Gen Z?
Technically, I'm Gen Z, but I don't claim that.
I was gonna say you sound like, oh,
I don't claim that. What is it? I just saw a term on like TikTok. It's like zillennial.
Yes, I've heard
I'm like,
that.
yeah, I'll take that one because it is true. Like I remember growing up and having dial-up internet. I remember my dad being like, get off the computer, I need to make a phone call. I remember having VHS, all that, landlines, but I also have never grown up without internet. I've never grown up without, websites and games on the computer and all of that.
But see, I think these zillennials that they're calling them, that kind of gap that you're falling in, I think maybe that has to do with a rural upbringing.
Yeah.
A little bit, because I mean, when all we had was dial-up for so long.
True, yeah.
I mean, I was born in 90, so you were born in 2000 then.
No, 98.
Oh, 98.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'll be 27 this year.
I can never do this. My wife and I do this. We're like, well, we met in December of this year, and I can never keep track of the rollover in the years. But I was like, how did I just lose 2 years with you? Okay. Okay, fine. 98, 1990.
Yep.
But zillennials, very fascinating. I think it has to do with, in a rural setting, we've had dial-up. Our schools, we were reading 1980s textbooks.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I mean, they're wheeling in the TV, boom,
Yeah.
and then the VHS, all that. And then actually, that was my old school over in Oregon. Then I moved here, and they all had smart boards and all this stuff. But it's so weird going from more of like an urban area, even like Oregon's not urban, but being in the Hermiston area.
Oh, sure.
And then, there's 200 kids in my class. And then I move up here and I move to Cove and they're like, hey, welcome to 7th grade. Here's 12 kids.
Whoa. That's a shocker.
Yeah.
That's a huge shocker.
Huge shock. Huge shock.
So I got the green light and we're rocking and rolling.
All right.
So since we're talking about the past and we're talking about where you came from, can you just give me like a quick where you're from? You were talking earlier how you were transplanted here to Cove, and can you just kind of give us a little bit of brief background of when you moved to Union County, what that looked like, just your story, the beginning of your story here.
Yeah, absolutely. So I moved to Cove when I was 12. I'm from Oregon, outside of Hermiston. Then I moved to Cove when I was 12. We had some stuff going on. So my mom, my sister, and I moved up here. We moved in with my grandparents and, did 7th grade through 12th grade here. And like I was telling you, I was like, I hate this small town. I'm never coming back. Went to Corvallis, did beauty school over there. And here I am back in LeGrand, and I love it.
What brought you back to LeGrand after you left?
I had one of my grandmas pass away. And I just realized that I was having to drive 6 hours across the state to be with my family, and that really didn't sit right with me. And so I kind of woke up one day, I was like, look, I'm 6 hours from my family. I have to drive 45 minutes to get to the mountains. I can't go anywhere that there's no one, like there's always people everywhere, and that just wasn't it for me, and was like, yeah, I think that rural LeGrand is where I need to be.
Very cool.
Yeah.
So people drove you away.
People drove me away, and family brought me home for sure.
Family's so huge.
Family is huge. And I guess, I don't know. And I think looking back, even though, I'm still only 26, looking back to being 18, I don't think that kids realize, and I always feel like I sound like such a boomer when I say this stuff, but I don't feel like kids realize how important family is. and then something happens, you're like, "No, I actually like, my family is the coolest, and I do wanna spend all of my time with my family."
I love that. I love that so much. We just moved, so we've been working on all summer. My wife's sister
Mhm.
and her new husband, they asked us, they said, "Hey, how invested, like, are you gonna be in we live in Union,
Oh, okay.
and, are you gonna live in Union for a while?" And I was like, "Yeah, we put roots down pretty hard.
Yeah.
We're not going anywhere." And he goes, "Cool, because 'cause we'd like to move closer." Same kind of thing. They live, like, 6 hours away up in Omak, Washington. All the family lives far away. And so all summer long, they've been, like, house shopping. They finally got a rental. We just moved them in this last week into a rental in Cove, and kind of the same thing of what you're talking is it's when you actually start having family closer and around, you go, "Oh, well, I do like you, and I do wanna hang out with
Yeah.
you. Like, I'm looking forward to watching hockey with you and
Yeah.
having Sunday afternoon lunch, dinner thing." So
Who's your hockey team?
I don't have a hockey
You don't
team.
have a
So
hockey team.
I am not a sports guy.
Oh, you did talk about this with Sam.
That's
Yeah, you're
okay,
not
that's
a
okay. I'm not
sports
a
guy.
sports guy. I'm not a hunting guy, but I'm not against any of it.
I'm right there with you.
Okay.
I'm right there with you. I'm not a big sports person. I'll sit down and watch it with you, but I'm probably gonna be scrolling the majority of the time.
Yeah. I'm that guy. Like, I mean, probably the best way for me to watch sports is take one of my electric guitars unplugged because they're really, really quiet, and I can noodle and just fidget around with the guitar while we're watching sports. That's one of my favorite ways to watch sports. But, so family. So you currently still have family here?
Yeah, my mom and my dad and my brother live here. My little sister, she's over in DC. She's a flight attendant.
Oh,
Yeah,
so she travels.
she travels all the time.
Oh, wow.
Yep. She kind of had the opposite. She left the area and was like, "Yeah, I don't want to live in rural America. I do want to live in the cities."
Yeah.
And then my older sister, she's a couple hours away in Heppner, and she lives on her ranch.
Okay.
Yeah, and then I have grandparents here too.
Okay.
Yeah,
So you got a good support team here.
I do. I have a good support team, and I could not do my life without my support team. I'm so thankful for my family.
What is it about with that statement that you just said, "I couldn't do it without them"? Can you go a little deeper into that? Like, is there a certain story that you've had that's like, "Thank God they were there," without, like, getting into
Yeah,
too crazy detail, but, like,
no,
what is it about that? So because I think it's important to hear.
yeah, no, I think that we definitely are just the kind of family. It's like you can call them up, say, "Yeah, you need me, I'll be there. I'll be there right now." Um, I just bought a house this last year, and I went into it thinking it was just going to be paint and floors, and it was not just paint and floors. And thank goodness for my family and my family's friends, and everyone just stepped up and helped me fully renovate this entire house and do the remodel. And I'm getting ready to build a fence, and my family's like, "Yeah, call us when you're ready, and we'll be there and we'll do it." And there's so many things like that. And then with my business too, I can always go to my dad and ask him, any questions I have about, finances or got taxes, anything like that. And he's great. He's a good sounding board. Yeah, and then when I first moved back here, I ended up, because my salon's in Cove. And so when I first moved back here, I lived with my grandparents in Cove for a little bit, and then they helped me get up on my feet, get my business going. And yeah, I honestly could not do my life without my family.
Gosh, I love that so much. I love that is so refreshing to hear. I think we're taught, and I don't know if it's the public school system or maybe it's the middle child thing that I was raised with, but I've been such a loner,
Hmm.
and for whatever reason, having to prove that I can do it on my own or, whatever it is. And I'm the worst at asking for help.
I am also the worst at asking for help, and I think it's also because I'm a middle child.
Oh, you are?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And I think a lot of I say that I ask my parents for help, but really it's more like, they're like, "Harley, no, you're drowning, and we can tell you're drowning, and you need to, like, we're gonna help you."
Oh,
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah. They're good at seeing, like, when I need help,
Mhm.
but I don't necessarily have to ask for it, which is the best.
Mhm. You're speaking my lingo here. Like I can so relate to that. I can so relate to that. Um, I heard something funny the other day. It went something along the lines of like in America, the middle child is disappearing because people are like statistically only having like one or two
Mhm.
children. So the middle child is starting to disappear.
Checks out.
And then it goes, that's such a middle child thing
Checks out.
to happen because, like, we're just
Yeah.
on our own disappearing.
Yep.
No one
Yeah.
cares.
No one cares about the middle child. No one.
Yeah, I about fell off my chair when I heard that. Vicky read it to me. It was funny.
Oh, I love that. That's so funny.
So the business, you have a salon in Cove. Take me back to what in the world made you want to start the business?
So I actually am thankful. I work for Sherry Doran. She owns Sherry's Main Street Salon in Cove,
Mhm.
and she gave me a job when I was, 20. Well, I think I was 19 when she interviewed me, but I was 20 when I started. And um, really, it's like in the salon world, you are a sole proprietor and you just kind of rent your space that you work in.
Sure.
And so thankful I'm so, so, so thankful that I found Sherry because we are two peas in a pod and we click. And working in such a small environment with someone else is incredibly difficult, but
Mhm.
it's when you are, when you get along well, it really, really helps. But I'm also thankful that in that and in all the uncertainty of having my own business at 20, I also had like a great mentor to lean back on and get advice from.
Mhm.
She's she's incredible. I don't know if you know Sherry.
I don't think I know her personally.
Yeah, I don't know if you know Sherry or her husband Scott, but they are the best people. Just the best people.
What is it about them that makes them the best people?
It's been from day one of being in their lives and them being in mine that they've just kind of been like, yeah, you're another one of our kids. And any life advice questions, any business questions, anything, I can go to them and ask. And especially business wise, because Sherry has been doing hair since she was 16. She went to beauty school, dropped out. Well, she didn't drop out of high school. She did graduate high school, but she finished high school and went to beauty school and started at 16. So she's been doing it, almost 30 years now or something like that. And so 30, 40 years now. Um, and so she's great, like someone I can really lean on and someone that is like, Harley, you're like, one of those days where I'm like, oh my God, I can't do this. I don't know if I can do this. And she's like, so you're 26 years old. Like, it's fine. You don't have to have your life figured out right at this moment.
Mhm.
And I think that that's something that she has really hammered into me is, I feel like a lot of people, are like, I've got to get my stuff figured out. I need to get my life figured out. I'm running out of time. And she's good at kind of reeling me back into being like, you're 26. It's okay. You don't have to have everything in your life figured out right at this moment. It's not the end of the world if, you have to take two steps back. It's going to be okay. And I think that that's really important for me to hear from time to time.
The value that a great mentor
Mhm.
has in your life, it's so imperative.
Yeah.
It's so imperative. I think of the people who have mentored me. I won't go down that list, but there's so many, and I think anybody who's listening to this, if you don't have a mentor, please find somebody that is a mentor, that could be a mentor. Seek them out, spend time with them. I feel like you're kind of an old soul,
Yeah. Yeah.
like me. I'm an old soul too, so I find it very easy to find mentorship because I can just talk to the older generation.
Yeah, well, and that's been my joke my whole life or my family's joke my whole life. So, I've been 45 since I was 5. And so I
Your boss baby,
I
like,
am boss
yeah.
baby. I really am boss baby. Um But, no, I do. I feel like I can just kinda shoot it with anyone, and I can have a conversation with anyone, and it's nice, especially since I do spend the majority of my day around people who are 30, 40 years older than I am, that I can have those conversations, and it really helps me find more mentorship,
Mhm.
and I appreciate that.
Mhm. You like listening, right?
I like listening, yeah. I like listening. I was actually telling my mom this morning, we were on the phone, and I was telling her about coming on your show, and she's like, "Well, how are you feeling about it?" I'm like, "Oh, mom, my job is to ask other people questions about themselves and just sit and listen to what they have to say, so we'll see how I do talking about myself."
Mhm. I think you're doing great.
Oh, good,
You're
good,
doing
I'm glad,
fantastic.
I'm
You're
glad.
nailing it.
Oh, great.
I do wanna go back to, was there a specific moment where you were like, "Hey, I want to try hair. I want to be in a beauty salon."
Mhm.
Like, were you into that before? What does that look like? So, number 1, you're gonna have to explain this to me a little bit because I'm not a gal. And I don't have any hair, so I don't understand already both of those things. So what made you go, "Hey, I wanna do this or I wanna try this?"
Yeah, I feel really, really, really fortunate in that, I grew up with a stepmom who owned a salon. Her and her mom owned a salon in Pendleton for
Gotcha.
a billion years, and she was great, and she would let me she would let me skip school, and she would let me go to the salon with her, and I would spend my days washing her combs and brushes and just thought it was the best job in the entire world. And I would, paint my fingernails all day in the salon. I would go paint her ladies' fingernails while she was doing their hair, and So it's not I don't think I ever really had that sit down conversation where I'm like, I think I wanna give this a try. I think it was just something more of like, I always knew that this is what I wanted to do, and I'm
Sure.
so fortunate that it has worked out and that it has ended up being a true passion of mine and not just something that I enjoy doing because it's a lot more than just sitting there and curling and cutting and, doing your friend's hair and nails. It's really a whole lot of, behind the scenes work and a lot of, you see people often on their darkest times and you often see people on the best day of their lives. And it's something that you really have to learn how to compartmentalize, but
Mhm.
also something that you need to learn how to help people through those situations.
Like, do you feel like you're sometimes somebody's bartender?
Yeah.
Kind of.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like, you're they're sitting there vomiting their problems onto you and you're listening and,
Hmm.
'cause oftentimes they're in the chair and you're doing your thing and
Yeah. Well, and it's, I have, 300 people that I see every single year, 300 clients that I have. And it's like, I know them. I know their lives. I know their stories. And I have to sit there and listen to them talk about, their mom just passed away or their dad just got diagnosed with dementia and they're having to put him in a care facility. And it's something that learn to you learn how to be empathetic.
Mhm.
And it's something that you learn how to help people through a situation. And sometimes you really learn that sometimes all people need you to do is listen.
Mm.
Sometimes no response is the best response.
Some of that stuff, it's like, what can you say?
A lot of it, you just give them a hug.
Mm,
You just give them a hug because there's only so many "I'm so sorries" that someone wants to hear.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, I love that. And also what you have to be careful of doing is you can't take those on and, like, internalize them yourself
Mhm.
because it would crush you.
Yeah.
So, like, at the same time, like, yeah, you are being empathetic, you are being passionate towards them, and you're giving them the hug, but also you can't take that home for
No.
300 people's other people's problems,
Mhm.
right?
No, you really, really, really have to learn how to compartmentalize and be like, "This is work and this is my life," and there is some gray area, there's always going to be,
Mhm.
but you really have to learn how to keep those 2 separate, and that's what living in the Grand and then, driving 30 minutes out to Cove every day is something I have people there when I was buying my house, they were like, "Are you gonna look for a house in Cove or Union?" And, I told them like, "No, I really need that commute. I need that time in the morning to mentally prepare myself for the day, and I need that time at night to just get it all out and
Decompress.
yeah, not take any of it home."
Mhm,
And that's you really gotta learn how to come up with coping mechanisms when you're dealing with people when you're working with the public in general.
mhm,
It's tough.
mhm,
It's not for the faint of heart. You work with the public.
mhm.
It's tough.
The public,
The public.
the people.
The people.
Don't you just love the people?
Don't you just love the people?
Yeah, I love the people. Speaking of loving on people
Uh-huh.
and the public, let's go specifically into weddings. So you are working at this hair salon, you're doing
Mhm.
hair and nails, but that's not just all you do. So
No.
so tell me more. Well, let's. I don't want to get too far ahead. So um, tell me specifically what you're now doing for like brides.
What I'm doing now for brides?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man. I do hair and makeup for brides. That's what I do, and it sounds like, "Oh, you're just gonna go do hair and makeup?" It's no, I'm starting my day at 2:30 in the morning, getting up, drinking coffee, getting myself ready, and then showing up and just energy on 10 and time to get the ball rolling. So I'm there, first one of the day. I'm normally the one waking everyone up. I have to be the bearer of bad news and be like, "Good morning. I know it's 6 o'clock on your wedding day and you probably had a really great time at rehearsal, but it's time to wake up. It's time to get this ball rolling." And then I'm there until, yeah, usually about 2 o'clock doing, hair, makeup, whatever they need me to do. And it's a lot.
How did you figure out or get in from going from the hair salon to that? Was that just a very simple step, or what's the story? What got you into doing that specifically for brides?
Um,
Is it Carrie Williams' fault?
Part of it's Carrie Williams' fault. Me not cutting back is definitely Carrie Williams' fault. Yeah, I'm talking to you, Carrie. Um, but no, I think I had a friend getting married and she asked if I would be willing to do her hair. And so I did and posted that on socials and then the next year 2 or 3 more people asking if I could do their hair and did that. And then I was not going to do makeup. I was only going to do hair. And Carrie had so the makeup is Carrie's fault.
Okay,
But
touche.
Carrie had a styled shoot that when she first started working with the White Barn, and she wanted me to do hair and makeup. And at first, I don't know if I've ever told Carrie this, but at first I was like, "Oh no, I actually am unavailable that day." And really it's because I did not want to do makeup, and I am not good at saying no at all. So it's like, "Oh, I'm actually just really busy that day." And then I was telling my parents about it, and they were like, "Harley, that's so stupid. That is so incredibly stupid. This wedding venue is asking you to come out, do hair and makeup for them. They obviously like your work. You need to go do that." Um, and so I started doing hair and makeup, and so a styled shoot with Carrie is the first time I ever did makeup for
Cool.
an event, and it just exploded after that. And like Sam said, Carrie's the best. Carrie is the best. And now it has just turned into kind of a whole second business. I have my salon business, and now I really have my bridal business, and it's a lot, but I love it, and it's so much fun.
Good.
Yeah,
I love hearing that.
I love it.
I love hearing that. It's so fun to hear and see people who are doing what they want to do. And then you find this other niche or avenue or market or whatever you want to call it, these other people you can help, and that you're going on site for them. I love that. I've DJ'd weddings for 12 years.
Yeah.
You've been at several that I've
Yeah.
done.
You're my favorite one.
Well, thank you.
You're my favorite DJ.
I appreciate that. Stop it some more. No, I appreciate that. But anyway, yeah, I can tell you love what you do. Just all the interactions that we've had at the venues and yeah, but those are long days.
They're really,
They're
really,
long
really
days.
long days. Because like I said, I got to be at work at 6 in the morning, and so I have to be up, ready, bags packed, and
Mhm.
out my door usually by 5:30. Then I'm there till 2, and then I work for Carrie as well.
Mm,
And so if I'm there helping her do any coordinating or bartending or anything, then I'm normally there until midnight.
mhm,
And so it's long days, but I love it. And honestly, I don't have anything. I don't have kids.
mm,
I don't, what else am I gonna do? I'd rather be out, having fun and doing something that I love to do than sitting at home on a Saturday night. So why not?
mhm. Well, you'd only be playing Minecraft anyway.
I would only be playing Minecraft anyway. So,
Tell me about your Minecraft. Tell me about do you have a gamer name?
My gamer name is Davs period underscore.
Okay.
And that's a joke from high school because one of my friends would call me Dave. And so, I just shortened that down. That's my gamer tag, and I'm real serious in that Minecraft.
What are you doing on Minecraft? I can't say that I've even ever played it.
You've never played Minecraft?
I don't
Not
think
even
so.
with your kids?
That's a whole nother topic. That's a whole nother topic. I'm not allowing video games in my house.
Oh, okay.
But
No, I don't blame you there.
but go on. We're talking about you.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
What I think you build stuff?
Yeah, you just build stuff.
That's what you do.
Pretty much, yeah. You build stuff and yeah, that's it. You go mining.
Oh, what are we mining for?
What aren't we mining for? There's any ore you could think of. You want iron? You want redstone? What do you want? We can go mine for it.
So are you building houses? Are you building dragons? Are you building
I'm
swords?
building. I
You're
do.
building
I do
hair salons.
big builds. Oh, I'm not building hair salons. No, work-life balance, Casey.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay.
Work-life balance.
Okay.
No, I'm building. I do like way too complicated builds. So I build like, you know, the Red Keep from Game of Thrones. I'm building Hogwarts.
Do they look good?
Yeah, they look good.
Okay. I don't know. I'll have to get on there. How do we get to see some of the stuff you've built in Minecraft?
It's single player world. I'm not sharing that stuff.
You gotta at least, I won't share it with the world, I promise.
I'll
but
take a picture and send
take a
it to you.
picture, send please. I would
Yeah,
like to
I'll
see.
text you a picture.
I gotta know, because like in my world, right? You ask somebody, you find out they play music, and if you ask them, you're like, "Well, are you any good?" And they go, "Yeah," then you're like, "They're not that good." In music world.
Yeah.
And if they're like, "Yeah," then you're like, "Oh, they're probably pretty good." The more humble they are, this is probably the better. So I just gotta know.
Well, I'll send you a picture
Okay.
later. I'll send
I'm
you a
not gonna
picture.
share it with anyone else, I promise.
No, I try to play other games too, like but I have really short patience.
Oh,
I do not have. I was blessed with many virtues, and patience was not one of them.
okay.
So I've tried playing, like Fallout or Assassin's Creed or Skyrim or anything like that, and I I just hate losing, and so, something comes up and eats me, and that's it.
You're
I'm
done.
rage quitting.
You're out.
Yep, I'm done.
I think the last game I was into was Halo 1.
Mhm.
And we played that all through high school and back when we had LAN parties and stuff because, the internet wasn't fast enough at the time to play online.
Mhm.
But I was in high school when internet became fast enough. And by the time I was a senior in high school, all they wanted to do was sit in their freaking basement and play people from around the world. I'm like, guys, let's go ride snowmobiles. Let's go work on the car. I was so annoyed. It was
Yeah.
my whole senior year was spent in Lucas Stengel's basement. And they want to play like Matt. And I was like, this sucks.
Yeah.
But
And I'm the only one of my friends that plays video games, and so, like, my best friend will come over, she'll show up, and I'm playing games, and she's like, "Oh, okay, so, like, are you done yet? Like, can we go, can we go paddleboarding? Like, can we go do something?" Like, "Yes, fine, mom, I'll get off my computer."
yeah. Oh, so you're doing it on a PC.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm doing it on my PC.
PC gamer.
PC gamer.
Yeah, you're not even a console gamer.
No, I don't have the dexterity for that. I don't have the hand-eye coordination for a console.
Look out. She's got the fastest mouse in the West. Mining all the time.
Just click, click, click.
Yeah. Dude, have you wore a mouse out yet?
Yeah, I've gone through a lot. I also have to quit sometimes because
Your
my hands hurt so
Oh, well,
bad.
you got to be careful because if you're doing all the hair stuff and scissors and then you're doing some of that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Carpal tunnel is in your future.
Yep, I'm looking down the barrel at that surgery.
It's really non-invasive these days.
Have you had it done?
No, but my dad just had it done
Oh,
to
okay.
both his hands. So we were in the country band in the last 2 years, and poor guy, he's just going back there and he'd have to stop and just shake this out. He got the surgery done. He can play for hours.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, they did it right in the office, both hands. I mean, you can't use it for a while, so you got to plan some vacations, but
Bummer.
pretty non-invasive. Not that, I mean, you're 26, so maybe take care of yourself too.
Yeah,
There's that.
I'm trying on that one. That's not my strong
But you
suit.
still got to live life,
Yeah,
right?
I still gotta live
Can't live
life.
in a bubble.
No, I cannot live in a bubble.
So I have to ask, because your first name's Harley
Mm-hmm.
and your last name is
Davis.
There's got to be a story there.
There's actually not.
There's not.
There's not. There's my dad just watched an old western, and there was a girl in there, and her name was Harley, and he fell in love with that name, and they decided that was going to be my name when they found out they were having me. And I tell my mom all the time, she's like, we didn't put it together until you were, I was like 7 months pregnant. I go, that's BS, Mom. That has to be BS, because I get asked if I'm named after the motorcycle every single day of my life.
Every time.
Every time. Every single time. Oh, my name's Harley. Like the motorcycle? Yeah.
Yep, sure.
Yep. Anywhere I go where they're like, can I get your name? I'm like, Harley, like the motorcycle. No, there's no story there. I wish there was. I wish I could say that there was something cool there,
My
but
dad was a diehard Harley
oh, he
Davidson.
is though. He is.
Oh, he is?
He is a biker, but
Oh.
they just didn't get my name from there. No, my dad, he's a big biker. He really hasn't had many Harleys. He rides a lot of Victories, which they don't even make Victories anymore.
Yep.
But no, he's a big biker guy. He's all fully tatted, big long beard, all this stuff, and had a kid named Harley and didn't even think about it being about the motorcycle.
Okay, it's because he's a victory guy.
Mm-hmm.
That's why.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, there's a little bit of a story there. The story, and that now it's it's spooled up into its own legend at this point.
Pretty much. Pretty much.
I love that.
Every time I'm like, Mom, there's just no way. There's no way you didn't put that together. But I have, my papa calls me Kawasaki. My brother-in-law's dad, he calls me Panhead. It just goes. I just answer to anything motorcycle related.
That's hilarious.
Yep.
That's hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
So do you ride?
I don't. I wasn't ever allowed to learn how to ride.
Oh,
and
it is dangerous.
It's so dangerous,
Mhm.
but I want to do it so bad.
You got time.
I got time.
I think in Oregon now, it's mandatory. It used to be you had to be older than a certain age, or if you were younger, but it's
Mhm.
mandatory. If you just take it's like a weekend class.
Yeah, it's like a weekend class, and it doesn't matter if you've been riding for 50 years or you've been riding for 50 minutes. They go in and teach you everything.
I took it 15 years ago.
Yeah.
It's not bad.
Do you ride?
I have my endorsement. As soon as we had kids, I hung it up.
Yeah, I don't blame you there.
Now, as soon as the kids are graduated and old enough, I'll pick it back up again. The other problem, truthfully, if I could be a little vulnerable here, is all the places I would want to ride would be to a tavern.
Yeah.
And it's like, that's not a good idea at
It's
all. So it's
yeah.
like, yeah.
No, I'm right there with you.
So, oh, cool. I want to go have this burger and a beer. It's like, well, I'm not going to have a beer and then ride my motorcycle.
Yeah.
So, okay, I'm not going. The other problem I had is I was always buying these older, terrible motorcycles that would never start. And so I was always late for everything. It's like, okay, this has to stop.
You're going knee to ear trying to get the clutch to go.
Dude, I can't tell you how many times I had a motorcycle not start and I was late for something. Or the other thing is like, I was also the guy that wasn't going to ride without my jacket
Mhm.
or without my helmet. And it's so hot.
Yeah.
And so I'm kind of a weenie. Actually, now that I'm talking more about this, like
I don't
I'm
think you're a
painting
weenie. I think
myself
it's
as like a
all
huge weenie. Like, oh,
I don't think you're a weenie though. Like it's all like it drives me nuts when I see people just because like I have grown up around motorcycles my whole life. But like when I see people riding their motorcycle down the road and they only have, a brain bucket on and they're in
we're in the
shorts and a
shorts and
t-shirt.
flip flops.
And I'm like, you hit the ground, like, dude, your leg is now full of asphalt. Like you gotta have leathers on. Non-negotiable. I think you need to.
Yeah, the statistics are wild.
Just just a little self-preservation, Not
Yeah,
even statistic wise.
yeah,
Like,
that's true.
let's do something to help ourselves out here.
That's true. Yeah. The other thing I didn't realize when I first started riding on the highway is how loud the wind was coming through the helmet.
Mm-hmm.
And being a musician, I'm like, okay, no, I gotta have earplugs. Like, I don't want to be, getting some hearing loss from just wind whipping through. The coolest thing, the one thing I do miss about riding on the highway is, ironically enough, the smells.
Yeah.
You don't get that when you're in a car, and even if with your windows are down, it's not
Mhm.
the same when it's just you out there, and especially if you have a bike without a windshield.
Yeah.
And the smells, and you drive past the mint, or you drive past the hay, or you drive over a bridge, and you kind of get that fishy,
Yep.
whatever that smell
Yep.
is. I didn't realize. I was like, wow, there's a whole experience through smell.
Yeah. No, this is like I love smell. I unfortunately COVID took away a lot of
Mm.
my smell. You too?
I swear we're like the same. You
I
keep,
really swear we do. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
So when did you have it? Was it 2020 or 21?
I've had it a couple times. But I think I first got it in 2020, like late 2020. And it took away my of taste and smell. And then
Never really came back.
my taste came back, but now like sometimes stuff's weird. Like if there's I have a hard time with like I make my own mayonnaise now because like store-bought mayonnaise, all I taste is the chemicals.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, or like meat sometimes is weird. It tastes like it's rancid.
Mm-hmm.
Even though it's fine. Like I know that this is fine. And then my sense of smell, it kind of came back, but not really.
Mm-hmm.
And it cracks me up because my grandma doesn't have a sense of smell. And so growing up, she was always like constantly vacuuming her house. She always had 80,000 candles burning. And now I'm catching myself as an adult with no sense of smell, constantly vacuuming my house. I think I had like 3 candles burning yesterday.
Are you doing that because because
I'm so scared my house stinks and I
yeah.
don't know. Yeah. Yeah. I keep like perfume in my purse because I'm like, anytime I go somewhere, I'm like, I don't know if I stink. We're just
Yep,
gonna
we're
put
just
this
gonna
on.
spritz it on.
Yep.
Oh,
Mhm.
that's so funny. I've had kind of the same experience, and my smell has gradually come back. I think the biggest, craziest smell story I have is we were driving home, and Vicky's in the passenger seat, and we're coming up. We weren't quite to Hot Lake yet, and all of a sudden, I smelled something, and I had no idea what it was, but it was just very potent, and I did it's hard. Somebody who hasn't experienced this, it's very hard to explain, but like you smell something and you've never smelt it before.
Yeah.
Like you don't know what it is. And I'm like, oh my, I'm checking, like, are my brakes on fire? Like, what's going on? Is there somebody in front of me burning? Like, I go, Vicky, what's that smell? And she looks at me like I'm crazy. And I said, honey, what is that smell? She goes, that's a skunk.
No.
And like, we know what a skunk smells
Yeah.
like. Like, it is irrefutable. Like when you smell the COVID, and I can't say what it smelled like.
Yeah.
I have no, but that was a skunk. And so if it took me a while, and then all of a sudden coffee would then kind of smell like the whatever the new smell that skunk is, cough, and
Mm-hmm.
that's gone away quite a bit.
Good.
Gasoline, we know what gasoline
Yeah.
smells like. I can't even describe. I don't know what that gasoline smells so foreign.
Interesting. So it really changed like how you smell things.
It's like somebody took the plugs,
Uh-huh.
unplugged everything, and like replugged
Okay.
stuff back
'Cause
in.
that's how my taste is.
Yeah, my taste is
My
just very
taste is,
dull.
yeah. But smell, interesting.
Yeah.
No, now I feel like I'm always smelling like burnt, like hot electric. I feel like
Mm,
I'm always smelling that,
mm.
where it drives me crazy. I don't know. Do you have that problem? Because I have that problem.
I don't smell hot electric, but like I just get I don't know what that is. I
Oh,
don't know what that
mm-hmm.
is.
Yeah,
Um, yeah, the hot electric, that's an alarming smell though,
it is.
because you're like, what's on fire?
Yeah, I walk around and I'm just like deep sniffs, I'll save the microphone's
Yeah,
sake for that.
yeah.
Just walking around my boss, she'll always be like, "Nothing's hot, Harley. It's okay. Nothing's hot." But then on the offhand, because I can't really smell, like I just had a blow dryer catch on fire.
Seriously?
Yeah, like
No.
well, I just did her hair, so I guess it was 6 weeks ago. I was doing her hair, and she just goes, "Harley, that's smelling a little hot." And I go, "What?" And I turn it off and look, and smoke just
Oh
starts
no.
pouring out. So like I can't smell it, even though I always smell hot electric. I actually turns out can't smell it.
Smell the actual one.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh, that's so scary.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, I think I have a curse of blow dryers. I've gone through my Sherry, who I work with, she's gone through like maybe 3 blow dryers in her, 40-year career. I'm on my 8th blow dryer in 6 years.
Okay, are you picking the same brand? Or are you trying
Nope,
different
nope,
brands?
I'm swapping brands. I'm trying different speeds. I'm doing everything, and it just they keep blowing up on me.
Huh.
Yeah,
You've
like
heard of people that like kill watches.
yeah, no,
There's
I kill blow dryers. I kill blow dryers. When I first started in the salon, my dad and my stepmom, they got me a Dyson blow dryer, which is like the
that's a oh
Cadillac
yeah.
of blow dryers.
Oh yeah.
It is
Dyson's great.
ridiculously expensive, very nice blow dryer. It lasted about a year. Yeah, it lasted about a year.
That's so
Uh,
weird. Like, are you just using it more than somebody else would?
I don't know. I don't know. And I don't think so. I mean, I'm only buying, salon grade blow dryers. I'm not going and picking up one from Walmart, but I don't know, man. I just blow up blow dryers like no one's business.
That's huh.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't got you gotta there's something going on there.
There's something going on there. Something. Something.
Okay. So you've done multiple weddings at
Mhm.
this point. You work with very closely with Carrie Williams.
Mhm.
You know Sam Belote.
Yep.
Um, can you talk about some of the other wedding vendors or some of the other people you're working with, like in that wedding community? Like
Oh,
maybe, um, I'm sorry if you're not one of her favorites. Apologize for that. But like, can you talk about some of the other favorite people that you have
yeah, no, I haven't worked with anyone that I don't absolutely love
in this area?
in this area.
Mm,
I mean, I have so many favorite photographers. Because I'm constantly having girls ask me, like, okay, you're the first one I booked. Now who should I go to for
yep.
photos? And it's always going to be Sierra. She's always at the top of my list. I love Sierra. Do you know Sierra?
S-
Sierra Skinner.
oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yep.
I love Sierra. Unfortunately for everyone else, but very fortunately for Sierra, she's incredibly busy now.
Mm-hmm.
I really love Sammy Joe photos. She's
Mm-hmm.
from out of Baker. There's so many people. Maddie from Fitzgerald's,
Mm-hmm.
who is the best flowers, but she also has her photography business, and I think she's fantastic. You can never go wrong with Mind City and their catering. Campbell's over in Baker. She's fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a big, big fan of Tiny Cakes. Big, big, big fan of Emily at Tiny Cakes. Whether it's, cake for your wedding or just going to like the marketplaces or just DMing her on Instagram being like, "Hey,
Mhm.
can I just buy like a dozen cupcakes from you?" She's the best. They're the best. There's nothing better. But I don't know. You unfortunately are not DJing as much anymore.
I'm not.
So
It's okay.
I don't know. And I'm not good because I'm rarely there for wedding time.
Mhm. Yeah,
Uh,
you're all pre-ceremony,
I'm
basically.
normally out of there by like two
Yeah,
o'clock.
yeah. That's okay. So catering, photographer,
Yeah,
coordinator. Carrie's kinda
Carrie, yeah,
she's the
Carrie.
best one
I
around.
worked with a gal named Andrea last year for a styled shoot, which we actually just had published in Oregon Wedding Day.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah.
congratulations.
Thank you. It's my first time. I'm pretty excited about that.
Did you get a copy and, like, frame it yet?
No, I don't know how to order it. I went onto their website and it is not helpful.
What's the name of the publication?
Oregon Wedding Day.
Okay, so if anybody out there listening knows where do you know which
It's the spring 2025, maybe summer 2025 issue. the newest issue, the latest edition.
So, if anybody listening knows where or has a copy of that, leave a comment below, get a hold of us so we need to get Harley,
Yeah, send it my way or give me instructions on how to buy this because I cannot figure out how to buy this dang magazine.
yeah, because you did the makeup for the shoot.
I did the makeup and hair for the shoot, and so I worked with, Allie Chachas was the photographer that day,
Yeah.
but the coordinator, her name's Andrea. She has House of Lily event. She's over in the Portland area. And I think the gal that she had doing like signage and the mock invitations for the photo shoot. I think her name's Script on this. She does a beautiful job. I believe that's her name. I believe it's her name. And then I can't remember. They had a caterer come out of Portland and they were fantastic too. I'll send you the names. They're great people.
I love
But
it.
it was so much fun. Yeah. So I really only worked with Carrie and Andrea. I do have a friend. His name's Landon Hauk. He is from Union, but he is also a coordinator and he's over in the Portland area as well. And he does a fantastic job. I worked with him last summer at his sister Chelsea's wedding.
Oh yeah,
And yeah, you did music at that one, right?
yeah. It's U.S. Bank.
Mm-hmm.
Why? It's Shannon.
Yeah.
Shannon.
Yep,
Yeah, we're
Shannon
working
Hauk.
with Shannon at
Yep.
U.S. Bank. That's right.
Yep. And so her son Landon is in the wedding world as
That's
well.
right.
And he did a fantastic job at Chelsea's wedding. I've also been friends with Landon since we were like 15. So
Okay.
I'm proud of him for stepping out and doing this as well. But yeah, there's not very many coordinators in this area.
I think that's a really tough job.
It would have to be. It is really tough.
There's a lot that goes into a wedding.
Mhm.
And like, if you have so much that you're like, I would like to have a coordinator, then you're over probably the average of what you're needing to do. And just Carrie has done such a great job of, because not only is she at White Barn and curating and like managing the White Barn Estates, which is a fantastic wedding venue,
Mhm.
but she'll coordinate for other
Yeah.
brides at other venues
Yeah.
or if it's private property. And she just knows every single detail.
She knows everything. So like when I first started doing weddings, or even just like before I started doing weddings, I'm like, oh my gosh, who needs an event coordinator? Like really, you're planning a party. Like how hard could it be? Invite some people, buy some beer, get someone to make some food. No, everyone needs Carrie. I need Carrie in my day-to-day life.
For sure.
Yeah. Everyone needs an event coordinator. I swear, next birthday party,
Yeah.
Carrie.
Seriously?
Call her. I can't even imagine. Like, I can't imagine being a bride and having to coordinate between or just, try to figure out contracts or even who to ask. Like,
Mm-hmm.
who do I go to? Because you have hair and makeup, you have videographer, photographer, DJ, catering, dessert, any decorations, any rentals, who do you call? Where do you start? And so I think that, yeah, finding a coordinator is fantastic. And I have noticed that a lot of the times with my girls that aren't working with a coordinator, which this isn't to say that you absolutely need to have a coordinator. It's not a problem at all if you don't. But a lot of the times they're asking me or they're asking the photographer, who do I use? Who do I
Mm-hmm.
go to? And it's hard because we're like, well, we don't know if this person's already booked for a wedding. So
Yep.
we can recommend them, but I don't know if they're booked. Whereas like I share kind of a master spreadsheet with Carrie where I put, here's all of my dates that I have booked. Here are all the dates that absolutely do not book me for, and then just give it to her so she knows, hey, you need a makeup girl. Harley's actually available on September 16th of next year. And so that's helpful, but without her, I don't know how anyone does it.
Well, the other thing I really love about her for DJing, the relationship and what that would look like. So she would call or message me, and I asked her, I said, hey, you know me, you know my style. Can you try to just make the best fits?
Mm-hmm.
And then when we were doing the country band, it was the same thing. It's like, I do not want this country band booked every weekend. Like, just who is this going to be the best fit for?
Yeah.
And she has those come across. And then it's like, oh, yes, I do have that date. Or unfortunately, I'm booked, whatever. But I really appreciated that. She goes, hey, this is what's happening. There's a lot of moving parts. I think you would be the best fit for this. Are you
Yeah.
available? And so I really appreciated that because as a vendor, her going, they're going to love you. You're going to love them.
Yeah.
They're
Absolutely.
not expecting something that you don't normally do. And I think, and maybe can you talk about this a little bit of, I think in the so what you do is very creative. Would you agree with that?
Absolutely. Yeah.
So I think any wedding vendor, it's a very creative thing that you do. So like, I'm going to pick on photography a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Um, People see the photos you take of something and they go, I like that style. I want
Mhm.
my wedding with that style. And so they look at your past and, you know, they're not hiring necessarily, and correct me if I'm wrong, but it's like they see that and they're hiring you for you. And I think as a creative, it took me a long time to be very comfortable with like, here's my product. This is what we
Yeah.
do. And you're constantly second guessing yourself. It's like, no, no, no. They've seen past work. They want you to do in your eye. They're literally hiring you in your eye and how you're seeing it.
Mhm.
Can you talk to me about that a little bit in what you're
Yeah.
doing?
Yeah, absolutely. I have these conversations, I mean, all the time with, it's because it's even in my day-to-day job, it's a very creative job, and I have these conversations every single day where it's like, you can show me a picture all day long. You can show me a picture of exactly what your hair to look like, exactly what you want your makeup to look like. And at the end of the day, it's not going to look exactly like that because for one, you're not a 6'4" Scandinavian blonde model, but it's also I'm not the one that did the makeup on that shoot, so
Right.
I can't give you exactly that, but it's more like, yeah, we can go for that and we can definitely do some sort of style for that, but I have to have a lot of tough conversations with people where I'll say like, I also really like this look and I think this look is gorgeous. I don't think this look is a good look for you.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and a lot of times it's not so much with makeup because I makeup is makeup is something that truly is unique to every person. It's never going to be the same on two people. But really with hair, a lot of the time with hair, girls will come in, they'll be like, "This is how I want my hair done." And they'll say, "Okay, what does your dress look like?
Oh, really?
What does your dress look like? What is the neckline on your dress? Is your dress, super plain or is your dress really like done up and full of glitz and glam? What is your wedding style like? Like are you going to be out on the dance floor all night long or is it going to be something that's more mellow because if you're spending $3,500 on this dress that's full lace and bedazzled and whatnot, your hair shouldn't be the star of the show. You just spent $3,500 on this dress. This dress needs to be the star of the show. Or if you're gonna be out on the dance floor headbanging all night long, I don't wanna spend an hour and a half pinning your hair into place for you to go mess it up at night. Let's find a style that's gonna work so that you still look great at 10:30, just as good as you did at 8 a.m.
I love that.
Yeah.
I,
So it's a lot of those conversations where it's like, okay, yeah, we can absolutely I just had this a couple weeks ago. I had a girl come in for a trial and she thought that she wanted her hair half up, half down, and, some braids and twists in there, and then we got to talking about what her dress was, and, by the end of our conversation about, like, what your dress looks like, so she has, like, it's a lot about, like, the neckline, how the neckline is, you need to kind of figure out, "Okay, the way the neckline is on your dress, how are we gonna do your hair to not only frame your dress, but frame your face because the dress is already doing half the work, and so, I think by the end of our consultation, we had decided that, no, I think a bun is probably an updo is probably the best option for you, and once we got it done, 'cause I pinned it in half up, half down. It's like, "Hey, this is gonna give you an idea of what it's gonna look like. Let me take 10 more minutes, put it in an updo," and she was like, "Oh, yeah, no, I want it in an updo. I wasn't even considering this. Thank you so much for, like, doing this." And so that's something too that a lot of even if, like, even when my hair clients in the salon, I have to have these conversations with a lot of brides is you might have an idea of what you want, and that's okay. And I am 100% okay with executing the idea of what you want, but I also need you to be okay with me expressing my opinions and giving you, you know, other avenues to look down.
mhm.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, I mean, just have a little bit of an open mind because
Yeah.
number one, very, you were acting as a very unbiased third party
Yeah.
that you try something and you're instantly looking and going, yeah, that works. This is actually really beautiful, or no, that doesn't really work for you.
Yeah.
So often in the creative is so like in the ad dad space, we work with clients and they kind of think they know what they want and we make them something and either they go, I hate that. That isn't what I want. We need to start over, or we make it and they go, oh, I hadn't thought of that.
Yeah.
I think people really struggle, majority of people really struggle with envisioning or seeing things.
Mhm.
They got to be presented with something.
Mhm. Absolutely.
And that's one of the biggest lessons I've learned just in business is if you can just present some options or a couple solutions or a couple, hey, here's an idea. I think people just want ideas,
I think
right?
they do want ideas, and I think that being in a creative job too, you really have to learn to grow some thick skin
Hmm.
because it is like,
Do not marry the project.
don't marry the project. And I do. I tell, all of my clients in the salon, but also all of my brides, like, you're not going to hurt my feelings if you don't like it.
Hmm.
It's okay. At the end of the day, you're the one that's paying for this product. You need to like it. You're not going to hurt my feelings. Tell me what you think about it. And I think a lot of people are afraid of standing up for themselves. And just because you're having confrontation isn't a bad thing.
Mm.
It's not always a bad thing. And so if you need to confront someone and say like, "Hey, I actually am not a fan of how you styled my hair. Can we try something different?" That's not going to hurt my feelings. Now if you're like, "You did a really terrible job and I don't like how you did this." That's also okay, but you need to say it.
Hmm.
You need to say it and you can't be afraid to say it.
I love that. Just honest conversation.
Honest conversation. I'm sure you get it all the time too, where yeah, people are like, "Hey man, like, I this really isn't the direction I was thinking. Can we, do this?" And you're like, "Oh, okay. Well, I actually really liked it, but yeah, sure, we can try something else." And it's one of those like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah, as a creative, it can stab you in the heart.
It can.
Lucky for me, I do much more of like the sales and like planning side. And so the production team, Kenny, Brooks, Jeff, they're the ones getting stabbed in the heart these
Oh,
days.
so sorry, Brooks.
Yeah. Sorry, guys. Yeah, they're the ones getting, because they're the ones, I do the sales and the concept and we go film it. And then, yeah, but I have done that. I've definitely, music, whether it's been composing music,
Music would be so hard.
I refuse. It is hard, and this is how hard it is. I refuse to charge to, like, create music for people. So, like, I've had people over to the Shred Shed,
Mm-hmm.
and, we'll record original songs. I can't bring myself to charge for it.
Really?
Nope, nope, and I only bring people over that I wanna work with,
Uh-huh.
but I can't bring myself to charge for it because I don't wanna deal with, "Oh, I don't like that."
Yeah.
You know what? If it's free and you're coming over, it's like, well, that's what it is. There you go.
Yeah.
You're welcome. And
Yeah.
we'll change it to a point. Like, don't get me wrong, if somebody doesn't like something,
Oh,
but
yeah.
charging for it, I don't know. It's taking something that is very much a hobby and release for me, and I don't think I want to go there
No,
that way.
absolutely. That's something that you also have to be really careful about when you do something creative is, because when you're in a creative job, inevitably you're going to be passionate about it. There's
Hmm.
a level of passion to creativity. And so there is something to be said about having your creative passion be your job and not letting yourself get burned out from that. So, my mom is a photographer. She now works for Barretto and she's there she does marketing for them. Um,
Wait, who's your mom?
Amy McIntosh? You know
What's your mom? Oh, yeah,
that's
that's
my
Amy.
mom. Hi, mom.
I did not know that.
I love my mom, but
She's awesome.
she's the best. She is the best. But now, she does like commercial photography
Yeah,
for the company that she
yeah.
works at. But growing up, um, this is, it's kind of my life's just kind of full circle because I grew up with my mom doing photography for weddings and doing senior photography and all that kind of stuff. And I grew up in front of the camera and now hate to be in front of the camera.
Oh my goodness.
But she did have that experience of, her passion became her job and now she doesn't want to do it. And I think that'd be really hard to have happen. I think that'd kind of be devastating to have happen. Which is why now my mom's an excellent seamstress. She does beautiful. She sews 17th century garments. So like think like the Tudors, like
Mhm.
like the Tudor eras.
Okay.
So like Queen Elizabeth the First,
Okay.
that era of clothing. My mom sews those kind of gowns and constructs all that, and she really should be selling these.
She's just doing it for fun right now.
Oh, they have a whole guest room closet full of just gowns.
Really?
Yes, which she should be selling them. But she doesn't want to because she doesn't want her passion
Yep.
to
I get it.
become her job
I get it.
because she's had it happen once and now she just doesn't want it to do it again.
So fascinated. Amy is she's one of the only people that in like her age range,
Hmm.
for some reason, so she was giving me a tour. I went out and I had never had the full Barretto tour
Oh, of all the shops and
of all the
everything.
shops. And
Yeah.
the biggest one that blew me away was the powder coating.
God, the powder coating's so cool.
Like, what? That exists here
Uh-huh.
in LeGrand?
Yeah, it's so cool.
Whoa. Whoa. Not only like like local people like custom built the plant. Like
Yeah.
that's insane to me. But anyway, I digress. But I was talking with her on that tour and something came up and I was like, "Have you ever heard of Twitch?" She goes, "Oh yeah." I go, "Excuse me, you've heard of Twitch?"
Mhm.
And she goes, "Oh yeah, there's gamers we watch." I'm like,
We're a
"Hold on.
family of nerds.
Hold on."
We're a family of nerds.
Very full of surprises.
Oh, yeah.
Very I knew you were interesting. I didn't know how interesting you were. That's why I wanted you on the show.
Well, like, had a friend over this weekend, and we're walking into my house, and, um, he goes he looks at my coffee table, and he goes, "Is that Obi-Wan Kenobi?" I was like, "Yeah, it is, because I have a framed photo of Obi-Wan Kenobi."
As like he's my part of my family. Okay, which era is it?
It's, well, there's a bit to it. It's the one where he especially looks like Jesus. And it's the bit because I think it's so funny that all of these church organizations will accidentally put Obi-Wan Kenobi in their church programs thinking that it is Jesus, and
I've
it's
not
not.
heard of
It's
this.
You haven't?
No, is this a
Then you
thing?
gotta get on Reddit and look it
Oh
up
my
because it's a
gosh.
whole thing. There'll be, like, the picture of him in the lobby of the church, and it's like, "That's not Jesus, that's Obi-Wan Kenobi."
Oh my gosh. Oh, that is
And so, 'cause I'm the
crazy.
kind of person where if there's a bit, I'm gonna commit to it, and so none of my friends are very nerdy. And so they'll come over and they'll be like, "Oh, Harley, I didn't know you had a framed photo of Jesus." And I'm like, "Yeah, it is. That's Star Wars Jesus."
Oh my gosh, that is so funny. He is Star Wars
He
Jesus.
he is. He's Star Wars Jesus. Yes.
Wow, I'll never be able to watch that the same
Nope.
again.
Never.
Okay, so you're into Star Wars?
I'm into most nerdy things. So yeah,
Really?
Star Wars, Lord of the Rings. I'm not a big Trekkie, but yeah.
Yeah,
Oh
you
yeah.
see my mug?
I do see your mug. I'm not
I just hit the mic, you guys. Shame on me.
amateur
We're
hour.
amateur hour. Yeah, I don't. Did my wife or William get I don't remember who got this for me, but huge Trekkie fan.
I've never really gotten into Trekkies. I'm definitely more of a Star Wars, Lord of the Rings, Harry Potter,
Okay.
that situation.
Lord of the Rings is great.
It's the best.
My wife really loves Lord of the Rings.
Lord of the Rings is hands down the best story.
The
The best
the
story.
yeah, that trilogy that Peter
Mhm.
Jackson made.
Yeah, well, and rarely do you see, you know, remakes or not even remakes, but like the Hobbit story coming into it, those movies. Normally you don't see like when they add on to the universe, it rarely gets better. And I feel like that really made it even better.
Yeah.
But whereas like in the Star Wars universe, the last set of trilogies just kind of undid everything that ever made sense. So
So you don't like 7, 8, 9?
it's not that I don't like them. I think that they are good movies, but the storylines don't make sense. Yeah.
I'm not a fan.
Yeah.
It like almost destroyed Star Wars for
Yeah.
me.
I mean, it kind of did
Yeah.
because, the whole point of Star Wars is that Vader killed Palpatine and then he killed himself, which defeated the dark side and all the Sith lords. And then all of a sudden Palpatine's somehow alive
And back.
and back. And Rey is his daughter. Sorry, spoiler alert.
Yeah.
That makes no sense. It just completely undid the whole thing.
It's so dumb.
But I really have been enjoying the TV shows and everything that's come out.
I love Mandalorian.
I love Mandalorian. I really like Obi-Wan. I really, really, really
is
like
great.
Obi-Wan was great.
Yes.
I really, really, really liked Ahsoka.
Mm-hmm.
That was really cool to see them dive into her after, her relationship
Mhm.
with Anakin fell apart. But
So did you like watch Star Wars Rebels and Clone Wars?
I haven't seen Rebels. I have watched Clone Wars
Okay.
and I loved Clone Wars.
Okay.
Clone Wars spectacular.
Which is why you loved Ahsoka.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's really cool. She's my girl. That's my girl.
She is pretty awesome.
She's so cool.
I liked it when they introduced her in Mando.
Mm-hmm.
So cool.
Yep.
And then her standalone show was pretty good. I'm looking forward. I don't know when the next season's coming out, but it's got to be this winter. I think it's
I
coming
hope
out.
so. I think so.
It's in production.
Yeah, I know that I think they just wrapped filming and it's in production now. So, I mean, we'll see.
Such a cool scene when she's like in the semi afterlife,
Mhm.
and she's talking to Anakin, and like he's going between like Anakin and like Vader, and like
Yeah, but
pretty
it's
trippy.
just that ripped my heart out, and I didn't need to see that, but
Can we talk about Kenobi for just a second?
we can talk about Kenobi all day long.
Dude, that last fight scene.
I cried.
Did you so yeah, it's so good.
It's so good, and it's so sad.
It's
Like,
so
he
sad.
raised this little boy. It's so sad. I mean, I think it's even more sad than when he had to, they had that fight on Mustafar, and he had to be like, "I loved you.
Mhm.
I loved you." This scene in Kenobi, it was just devastating.
Well, and it was so what I ended up doing, there's some cuts on YouTube where they splice that whole fight scene together
Yeah.
so that it doesn't get interrupted. And so I've watched that over and over. And I think my favorite part, me geeking out on sound design here. So spoiler alerts here if you haven't seen Kenobi.
Get on
Get on it and watch.
Get on it. It's been out for like 4 years now. Get on it.
Yeah, so it's like we're watching Obi-Wan Kenobi fight Darth Vader, and Kenobi slices his helmet in half.
Mm-hmm.
And like the audio,
Mm-hmm.
so Anakin is talking, and it's like glitching between like his real Anakin voice and
And
like
the
Darth
rest
Vader's and the rest of
Yeah. I
so
know.
cool.
I know. Well, and you hear him say, you didn't kill Anakin in the Anakin voice, and then it cuts to Vader's voice, and he's like, I did.
Dude.
And it's just like, I have goosebumps.
Oh yeah. It's so
It's
good.
so good. Are you a Game of Thrones person?
I have not watched 1 second of Game of Thrones.
That's a tough one.
Okay.
It's good. I love Game of Thrones. Last season ruined it.
Oh really? I
Yeah.
hate it when they do that.
Yeah. But yeah, it's Game of Thrones is the best as well.
I remember sorry, I'm going back. I remember when I became a father,
Mm-hmm.
and I watched episode 3 for the first time.
Oh.
We're talking about being a dad and like watching that scene and like I hate you, and like I'm like, okay, I get it. I remember my parents crying at certain movies. Like, okay, I get it now.
Yeah.
I've cried at more movies. There's a movie that just came out on Netflix that my kids love watching. It's called The Wild Robot. DreamWorks made it.
I've seen clips of it online, and it's so sad.
Dude,
It's
it wrecked me.
Yeah.
They're sitting there, so my wife's taking a nap. It was one of these other weekends. My wife's in taking a nap. The youngest one's taking a nap, and so the three bigs. We got the three bigs and the baby, which is a toddler now, but so we call them the three bigs. And so we always watch a movie on the weekends quietly. I'm sitting there watching this movie with them, like kind of paying attention. All of a sudden, like I'm roped in. And have you seen the movie Fly Away Home? So they raise the geese. It's like a '90s movie.
I think so.
It's kind of a spin on that. Anyway, there's this gooseling. The robot has to raise the gooseling. Dude, and like but he's the runt.
Oh, no.
And he's got to teach it to like fly and swim. And
Oh no.
I didn't think a kid's movie would wreck me that bad. And like maybe, I don't know, maybe I was just more emotional.
I cry at DreamWorks movies.
It was a DreamWorks.
Yeah,
DreamWorks movie.
DreamWorks movies make me cry. Like, have you seen, I think it's called Soul?
I haven't seen that one yet.
Oh, it's so good. Cried
That's
during
the
that
music
one.
one, right?
Yeah, where he's a jazz player. Yeah. I was just listening to, have you listened to Amy Poehler's podcast? Oh, it's so funny. That she just had the Jonas Brothers on, and she's sitting there talking, and Nick Jonas just goes, wait a second, I just realized you're Joy from
from Inside Out?
Inside Out.
Oh,
He
yeah,
goes,
yeah.
are you Joy? She's, yeah, I am Joy. Can we go back to our question?
And he was geeking out.
Yeah, he's like, I love that movie.
Dude, Inside Out. There's a good, like the first one was great.
The second one was fantastic.
2 was also great.
It's so great. Well, and I think it's great. I think those movies are great too, because they, for one, like, we're all watching those as adults being like, oh, I remember this feeling. Like, I remember, I remember the first time that I looked at a photo and felt insecure. And it was nice to see that happen on screens, but I also think that those movies are going to be right now, because they're so new right now, but I think in the future that we're going to hear like just how impactful those movies were on kids, and seeing like, these emotions, and seeing Riley in the movie going through it, and these kids are going to be like, no, actually watching this DreamWorks film kind of helped me understand what was happening. And I think that's going to be a really good thing.
There is as much junk out there. There is some good stuff out there, and there's some good cinema out there for sure. I think sometimes at least my generation, I have a lot of conversations with people my age, like pining for the 90s.
Yeah.
Because there was really good movies and things that came out. Oh gosh, we just watched this weekend The Mask of Zorro. I think was what's early
Yes.
2000s.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah.
Dude,
So
I think
good.
I cried during that movie. Like
Probably.
I become the biggest softie. I am a wimp.
I
It's
remember being
official.
a kid and watching, oh, I can't remember, like, oh, it was My Sister's Keeper. Have you seen that?
I've not seen
Have
that.
you read the book?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, it's horrible. It's so sad.
Is it like Fox and the Hound sad?
It's worse. It's worse. If you know, you know. But I remember watching as a kid and I didn't really grasp like the concept of what was happening in the movie. And all I heard was like, and I turn around, here's my dad, tattooed, like beard down here. And I turn around, he's just like weeping.
How did that affect you to see such a strong influence in your life crying like that?
I think I just probably laughed at him.
That's the relationship you have.
Yeah.
Yeah, making fun of him.
That's how I show my love, is I make fun of people.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone knows that, like, I never grew out of that. Everyone knows that if Harley's teasing you, it's because she likes you. That's the kind of person that
I swear you and I are the same
I
person.
think we get along great, man.
I'm not kidding. So one of the first things I told Vicky, my wife, I said, it something like she made a comment or something, or I was picking on her or something, and I said, listen, if I'm picking on you or making fun, I'm not necessarily like to make fun of, but like I'll tease and like
Yeah.
play jokes or
Yeah.
like jump out of a corner to scare you. Like I get very playful.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, look, if I'm playful like that with you, it means I really care about you.
Yeah.
And if you're like, I'm just everyone else, I'm very polite too.
Yeah. No, absolutely. That's
Yeah.
I can be incredibly, I'm no, I can't say never. I'm really like standoffish to people. But if I enjoy you, I'm gonna sit there and I'm gonna tease you. But like you said, I'm not gonna make fun of you.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna make fun of you. Like I don't think
Unless you're super close with them.
unless I'm super close with them, like my poor best friend Larissa, I make fun of her.
Mm-hmm.
We make fun of each other all the time. But other than that, like I'm not gonna make fun of you for something because it's like, yeah, you make fun of me for a lot as well.
Mm-hmm. No, I love that. Yeah, it's like the people closest to you are the ones you like pick on, and like,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, that's so funny.
Yeah.
That's so funny. I totally understand where you're coming from. That makes a lot of sense.
Mm.
Middle child,
Middle child.
you're an old soul.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
You're an entrepreneur.
Yes.
Man,
Yeah.
we were just born 8 years apart. That's it.
Yes. Yeah.
9 years
Yeah.
apart.
8, 9 years apart. Tell me about your rental stuff because I heard you talking to Sam about that.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for asking.
Not to plug it again, but I actually have been very curious about it because
Yeah.
I've seen it pop up.
Yeah.
I didn't. That's really cool that you do that.
Thank you. So here's what happened. I've been DJing weddings for like 12 years. I have wanted to get into event rentals since about day one of becoming a DJ. I just didn't have a place to store rentals and I didn't want people showing up at my house.
Oh,
Because
absolutely not.
we're
Yeah.
starting a family and like and I live in Union and it's just like, I don't want to do that. So I would need a space. So long story short, what happened was last summer, this place where we're holding the podcast, our new building, came onto the market as far as like being able to rent. And so part of moving to this building was that 12-year dream of getting into event rentals. So part of the expansion of moving add that into the building is we've now also started the rental station.
That's so cool. Well, and you said you have tents too.
So we've got tables, tents, chairs, sound systems, TV screens. That's where we're starting.
That's awesome.
And we've done a couple weddings this year. We've done some smaller stuff. What happened was we got a couple documentaries this year, which was phenomenal.
That's really cool.
And with the move and everything, we got caught on our heels and didn't get the rentals off the ground this year as much as I had hoped. So thank you for asking about it because, yeah, going into this fall and even late winter, getting people to reserve their tables, tents, chairs, even just getting that segment. Now, I would love to. So right now we've got 2 types of chairs, we've got 2 types of tables, we've got like 2 types of tents. That's where we're starting. My dream is to build this so that Miss Carrie, she goes, hey, we're having this more eloquent wedding and we want this stylized chair so we can have more stylized pieces. I want to get there. I want to have these rare pieces. I would love to have, I did a wedding out there. I don't know if you were at that one, and oh man, I can't remember who it was, but they had this company, and it was all these cool, like,
Gold Dust
couches.
Specialty Rentals, if
Is
you're listening, it's Gold Dust Specialty Rentals, they're from Ontario.
Ontario.
They are fantastic.
These couches,
Beautiful,
so cool.
beautiful. I think it was Emily's wedding.
It was Emily.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, the best man passed away the week of.
Mhm.
It was that they did amazing. They did an amazing job. What a tough thing to do. I'll
Yeah.
never forget that wedding. It was almost like because of the weight of that wedding, I felt so a part of that and so close to those guys.
Yeah.
And it was truly a beautiful wedding. And I'll never forget this part. Sorry, I know I'm ranting,
Oh, it's
but I'll never forget this part. We took one of those couches. The photographer was like, "Hey, it's time for sunset photos," and they wanted to take this couch out there. And I can't remember the groom's name, but
mm,
I was like, "Hey, yeah, hold on." I said, "Emily, jump up on this." And so she jumps on one of those couches, and we carry this couch out into the field, and we got some photos, and like I was in some of it too. It was just, I felt it was really cool. I'll
yeah,
never forget
that's
that
really
one.
cool.
You know. But anyway, back to those couches. Beautiful.
Gorgeous.
I would love to not to take business away from those guys, but to be a little bit more niche in some of those higher end things.
Mhm.
That's where we're going. We just can't do that yet. We
No,
gotta
it'll
hit some
get
of the
there.
more
Yeah,
standard
no,
stuff. But
absolutely, you'll get there. Well, and it's not I don't think it's taking business away from someone because I think that you touched on this when you had Sam on, is it's not competition.
mm,
We're all small businesses, it's not competition. That's something that it's like there was a salon that opened up here in La Grande a couple years ago. And we had our little old biddies coming into the salon. They were like, "Did you see that your new competition's in town?" And we were like, "There's 30,000 people in this county.
mm,
I can't cut 30,000 people's hair. It's not competition." Also, good for them.
yeah.
Good for them. Good for them for doing it and getting their own place up off the ground. Like, it's not competition. I'm celebrating them. I'm not seeing them as competition.
Thank you. I love that. Thank you so much.
Yeah, of course. Like it's something that especially I don't know. I don't understand why people just jump to pitting people against each other. It doesn't have to be that way. Just because we do the same job doesn't mean that I need to dislike this person. It's some of the people that I love to work with most are other hair and makeup artists. I just worked a wedding. My last wedding I worked, I think it was 2 weeks ago. Um, Jess, I think her Instagram is Makeup by Jess or Jess Does Makeup, something like that. She's from over in Hermiston. She's fantastic, and I love working with her.
Right.
And I feel like I always learn something when I work with her. And I don't understand why people normally would be like, "Well, aren't you upset that like you're doing makeup and there's another girl there doing makeup?" And it's like, no, I'm not. First off, I can't do all these people. There's only so much time in the day. And second, I'm learning from her and she's probably learning something from me. And it's why wouldn't you want to have friends that do the same thing and understand the same thing as well?
Mm-hmm.
So I
Local.
just, yeah,
It's local business supporting local business.
absolutely. Absolutely. Local business supports local business.
That is in a small community like this. That's how we're going to survive. I mean, look what happened during COVID.
Yeah.
That's what these restaurants
Mm-hmm.
was, because all these business owners and all these people went and they ordered the pickup food. We
Yeah.
don't want to see the restaurants go away.
No.
The few that we have,
Yeah.
we don't want them to go away.
No,
So
absolutely.
we all stepped up.
Yeah, I am the person that will harp on people for being like, "Oh, I needed new windshield wipers, so I ordered them from Amazon. They'll be here." And I'm like, "Okay, well, that's great. I'm glad that you did that. I'm sure Jeff Bezos really appreciates your money when he's on his $4 billion yacht." But
Flying
also,
Katy Perry to
yeah,
space.
flying Katy Perry to space because that's what we need to do. But I'm also really sure that O'Reilly's Auto Parts, that is a small business, would also really appreciate you spending the $4 extra dollars.
Mm,
They'll even install them for you. Jeff's not going to do that. Jeff's not going to install your windshield wipers.
this is true.
But it's even, I just had to buy like new tires. And one of my friends was like, "Oh, order them off Amazon. They're cheaper," which, yeah, when it's a couple $100 cheaper, like it's hard not to do that. But I'm also like, yeah, but Commercial Tire is a local business. Like, of course, I'm going to go give my money to a local business rather than Jeff Bezos.
Mm-hmm. It is, man. It's the Jeff Bezos. It's the Walmarts. It's the
It's
Amazon.
all of it. Yeah.
And then I wish we had time because I'd love to talk with you about AI.
Mhm.
Have you dabbled in AI at all?
I use chat for so much of my life,
Mhm.
but I think that there is a time and place for AI, but
Mhm.
it definitely does worry me in, like, the creative aspects of the world, how that's gonna go. Um, which it's a little spooky, but then you have to think about, back when, like, Photoshop first came out,
Mhm.
and people who were doing film photography were like, "This is gonna ruin photography," and it's like, well, no, now it's more of a tool, so I think it's interesting to see I think it's gonna be interesting to see how it plays out, but it is very worrisome.
Yeah, I have I try talking about AI with almost everyone.
Mhm.
It drives Jeff crazy sometimes, I think. But, because a lot of times sometimes I can get into the doom and gloom a little bit of it,
Yeah.
because it's unprecedented, I think.
I don't know, I always say please and thank you to my chatbot
Me
because
too.
I feel like when the robots take over the world, they're gonna be like, "Hey, this girl was polite to us."
Just one more thing we have in common.
One more
Jeez.
um, but I don't know, especially because like, I love music, I love listening to music, I constantly have music on, and I have thought about, like, "Okay, when is it gonna happen that AI is the one that's composing the music?
It's already
When's it
happening.
is it?"
Yeah,
But, like,
yeah.
then, because 'cause I'm also my guilty pleasure is award shows. I
Oh,
love award shows. So I'm like, "Okay, what's the Grammys gonna be?" Like, what's the Grammys gonna be? Who had the best AI technology to develop this song? Whose AI robot sang the best on this song? That's what makes me a little worried is that I feel like it's gonna take a lot of creativity out of the world, and that's what keeps the world turning.
I think, and maybe this is the optimist in me.
Mhm.
I've had this conversation so many times, but my buddy Don Noel, um, we were having a conversation and he goes, "Man, I think we're just headed into a dark ages creatively." And I said, "Maybe." I said, "Here's my theory. Right now, there is a whole um, group of people that write music,
Mhm.
that do graphic design, that do these different like artistic things. There's right
Mhm.
now it's pretty small, but there's a market left for them to do that professionally. And so I think a lot of artists are creating corporate versions of art. So background music for videos.
Mm.
So I think there's a lot of like, and so they're making money doing that. And so they're creating as a living. I said, AI is going to mop all that up,
Yeah.
I think. I said, yeah, that sucks. But the thing is now those same artists, as an artist myself, you have to create.
Yeah.
You won't stop creating. And so
Yes.
now instead of creating as a job, you're going to create for the sake of creating, which I
Mhm.
think is going to be better art.
I think that might be better art as well. Well, and that's something too is like, cause I paint, I draw and paint, and so that's something that, like, AI is never gonna be able to replace my hand.
Hmm.
It might be able to do it a heck of a lot better than I can, but it's never gonna be able to replace that. So I think there is some security in it, but there's also it makes me worry about, like, the commercialization of art, and it's not going to be a niche thing anymore. It's gonna be like, "Oh, I want something to hang on my wall that's kind of like flowers, but maybe like have some gold in there and maybe some purple, and instead of, me just going and painting it, I can just plug it into my chat box and it's gonna do it for me," and that kind of freaks me out a little bit, but I don't know, man, we'll see where it goes.
It's going to be fascinating because I also think art, the whole reason art exists
Mhm.
is an expression of humanity.
Yeah.
So for AI to come in and create art
Mhm.
is that's actually not art. Does that make any sense?
No,
Because
it's
like
not,
art,
it's not.
like art is directly connected to the human
Mhm.
experience. So there's that nugget. The second nugget is this idea that I was kind of saying before, where AI is going to come in and it's going to I'm kind of looking, and I know with like the ad dad and like what we do creatively, like we're gonna have to have shifts and things. Like, let's be honest, no one's job is safe. We have no idea what's coming. No one's job is safe.
Mhm.
Okay. That being said, the second nugget I want to talk about with art is because the market is going to go away. I don't know. It's like AI is going to make the wonderful corporate art crap that corporate wants.
Mhm.
What a beautiful marriage that is. Like, as much as like I enjoy business and small business, Yeah, you're seeing some of my stuff back there. As much as I enjoy business, small business, like that's cool, and I like that. But like corporate conglomerate, look at what just happened with Cracker Barrel. The redesign with Cracker Barrel and everything. They took all this stuff and the redesign of the logo.
Really?
All look at okay.
Did you see the Walmart logo redesign?
No, is it
They
coming?
spent $4 million to redesign the Walmart logo. And it might be less than 4 million, but it's definitely in the millions. And all it did was like slightly change it. Like slightly widen the font. And that's where I'm sure it was an AI bot that did it.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, I'm sorry. Fact
No, it's
Cracker
okay. And Kenny's probably gonna have to edit this out because I'm ranting and not making any sense. But I don't know. I'm trying to explain this idea that I have in my head of like corporate staleness, corporations.
Mhm.
It's all bland, all like McDonald's and Taco
Yep.
Bell, and it all looks the same. Like you
Yep.
compare Pizza Hut to Taco Bell to McDonald's back in the 90s.
Mm-hmm.
They all were these crazy, interesting, different things. They're
Yep.
all like the same square corporate sterile
Yep.
box now.
Yep.
And like, I'm kind of like AI trying to like generate
Mm-hmm.
crap art for the sake of like, so corporate can like force its crap art and crap ads down to us
Yep.
bug eaters that they view us as.
Yep.
It's kind of a cool marriage. And like, you know what? Okay, corporate, you want this stale AI stuff and you're going to, great,
Mm-hmm.
you have it. Because guess what? You look at organic, and one of the big reasons for starting this video podcast up is the organic, the getting to know the people. I
Mm-hmm.
think we're moving. I think there's a lot of hope. And I'll wrap up this rant with saying a huge reason we've started this video podcast. It's not to try and get people to watch the whole hour, 30 minutes or whatever.
Yeah.
It's because I want to start showing the people behind businesses here. I want to have connections. This is my boots on the ground. One of the reasons is boots on the ground. This is an offensive against AI
Yeah.
for me personally. And
No,
the connection and showing
totally
people
get
behind
it.
the
Yeah.
business. So anyway, that's rant over.
Oh, it's all right. It's all right. Oh, I just noticed
fired
the
up.
pipes back there.
Oh yeah.
I was drinking. I'm like, is that a pipe?
Yeah, there's
Those are
two
pretty
pipes.
sweet.
There's two pipes. Those are I couldn't tell you what brand or anything they are. So I enjoy a nice tobacco pipe once in a while.
Good for you.
Usually it's more like in the winter, like
Mhm.
Christmas time. We used to have Christmas parties back in college, and that's when I first started pipe tobacco because we felt so classy.
Yeah.
And actually, a good friend of mine gave me those, and he's got some wood chips back there. They gave me. It's you like light them and put them in the whiskey and drink the whiskey with
Uh-huh.
the wood chips. But yeah,
It's funny.
tobacco pipes. Those are kind of interesting. There's stories. There's stories with those I don't want to go into, but
That's fair. That's fair.
but yeah.
I think I smoked pipe tobacco. Oh God, maybe only a few times, but my friend that does, he has a big old Gandalf pipe.
Oh, so those are great. So the longer the pipe.
Uh-huh.
So what happens is a pipe for pipe tobacco, the shorter the pipe, the harsher it is.
Yeah.
So the length actually the smoke
Moves it out.
Yeah, because it
Oh.
pulls the smoke down.
That makes sense.
But a Gandalf, those are expensive.
Yeah, I think that they had a bet. He and one of our other friends, they had a bet for something, and the loser had to buy the other one a pipe that they wanted. And yeah, Trace wanted a Gandalf pipe.
Pipe tobacco, I've never. So it's very different than cigars.
Mm-hmm.
So like guys who want to go smoke cigars, the guy like smoking the cigar that can be really nice. Cigars stink.
They stink.
Pipe tobacco though, I've never lit a pipe.
I think
tobacco pipe up, and
yeah.
people are like, "Oh my gosh, would you put out that?"
That's like that good tobacco, like the
Yes.
candle tobacco smell.
Yeah, they're like,
Yeah.
"Oh, is that tobacco? Oh," and then they're just, they're never offended by it.
That's actually my friend that has the Gandalf pipe. I think you would really enjoy him too. His name's Trace Riggle.
Oh,
He and his fiance and his grandpa just started their new they went on their own and started their new realty business. It's called Earnhardt Properties. But then
I think I just met Trace.
maybe, yeah, he's redhead.
I don't remember.
Maybe. But then he also has his own like paramedic EMT business that they contract out for wildland firefighters.
Interesting.
Yeah, I think you would really enjoy him.
I can't.
He would be a great one. He's a yapper. He'd be a great one to have on here.
Okay, Trace. It looks like you're getting a referral to the Our Dad show. So okay, man. I think we did come in and talk to him once a little bit. The fact that you said just like they just recently started a real estate thing.
Mm-hmm.
Trace Riggle. So I'm sorry, Trace. I meet so many people. I'm sure you get it.
Well, have you worked with Steve at Steve's Outdoor? Steve's Outdoor Adventures. Oh, he's really cool. He has a guide business, but Trace's fiance works out there for him.
Oh,
So
okay.
I was gonna say you might know each other.
Okay.
He does Steve does a YouTube show for his hunting.
Oh yeah, Steve West.
Mhm.
That's
Yeah,
right.
yeah, Steve West. Yep,
Yeah.
yep.
I think I've met him a handful of times. We probably wouldn't be able to pick each other out of a crowd.
No, probably not. I don't think I could pick him out of a crowd.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, we went down some crazy roads today.
We really did. We rabbit holed a few times.
I like that. That's very entertaining.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how much of my business is going to be on this podcast, but you feel free to share anything.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. No, I thank you so much for coming on.
Of course, thank you for having me. This has been so much fun.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, we will have to do this again because at some point I think we have so much more to talk. We could talking about the Lord of the Rings stuff, talking about
absolutely.
all the other things that
Yeah.
you do. But before we wrap up,
Mhm.
what's the best way for someone to get a hold of you?
The best way to get a hold of me is definitely not to DM me on Instagram. For some reason my Instagram does not notify me when I have messages. So, if you can message me on Facebook or you can send me an email at hdavisbeauty@gmail.com.
Okay.
Yeah, best way to get a hold of me.
Okay. I love it. Well, what's in store for the rest of the day?
Sipley's coming over.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, haven't had internet for a week,
So
so
you got to have like a 10-hour window when they're going to arrive.
yeah, it's 1 to 5.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. And I also got to go to the, big errand day. Just got to go to the bank, grocery store.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me.
Thanks, Harley.
Of course. Thank you. Bye, guys.